Do you see the juices coming out? Mm, 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 mm. Please hear me loud and clear when I tell you this is the perfect video for a medium well ribeye in a non-stick pan, okay? So I'm going in with some olive oil on a patted dry piece of ribeye, and then I'm going in with some salt, as well as some black pepper, but I can't give you exact measurements. Just sprinkle it across the top just as you see me doing. And this is the star of the show, okay? This Weber's Steak and Chop seasoning. I'm telling you, salt, pepper, and this steak seasoning, that is all you need to pull out the most beautiful flavor. And like I always say, use your hands, show your meat some love, the steak some love, show it some love, and flip it on over and do it to the other side. And you're going to take your time and get all of those seasonings, okay? You're gonna make sure you lather it in those seasonings, and then you're just gonna set it off to the side. You want those seasonings to marry each other, and when I say that, I mean that, okay? So you're gonna set it off to the side, allow it to come to temp. Why? Because you don't want to put cold meat directly into a pan. It's going to cook unevenly and you won't get that perfect crust that you want to see. So now I'm just heating my pan up to about a medium high, and I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of butter. Once that's all melted in our pan, I'm going to go ahead and take that steak after about 10 to 15 minutes and set it right on into that hot pan. Now there is such a beautiful smell coming off this steak. I can't even explain it, and it's not even cooked thoroughly yet, okay? So you see me gently pressing my tongs up against it, and that's because I want that crust to form on that steak. So after about 2 minutes of it cooking on a medium high, I'm just swaying that pan a little back and forth so that butter can create that nice crust. And look at that. It's not burnt, I promise. So now at this point, I have turned down my heat to about a medium, and I'm basting it in another tablespoon of butter. Now that I've basted it, I have turned my heat down to low, and we're just gonna let the sides of our steak cook. Now, luckily for me, mine was able to sit up on its own, but if not, it's okay. Just hold those tongs to it. Let it go for about 30 seconds on each side. Now your heat should be completely off, and you're just gonna baste it one more time. Once you've basted it that last time, you're gonna go ahead and remove it from the heat and onto a cutting board or whatever you decide to sit it in, and just let it rest. I let mine rest for about 5 to 8 minutes. If you cut into it too quickly, you're gonna lose all of those juices that you took your time pouring into the steak. So keep that in mind. Don't cut it immediately. Let it rest. A good piece of steak takes time, so don't rush it, okay? If you cut into it too soon, all of that work you put into it will just dry right on up. But now we're gonna cut it against the grain. I'm trying to show you, but the direction of the meat will run a certain way. You can tell if you take your knife and just rub it across it, but we're gonna cut straight across that grain, not with it, but across it. See? Look at how my steak is looking on the inside. You see how the grain is going. You see what I'm trying to say. But anyway, perfect medium well. Perfect medium well. Bye, y'all.